Now, another approach, obviously, is just don't get into trouble in the first place. Anti-aging. And aging well is made, is sort of made up of things of being connected to your community, your outlook on life, don't worry, be happy kind of thing, and obviously your physical health, plus obviously your DNA. So the objectives of anti-aging medicine primarily come down to this. The objective is to keep you in high function as long as possible and basically have a very quick death. Like that. And, I'm sorry to be brutal about it, but that's really the outcome that they're trying to achieve, as opposed to a long, slow, expensive decline. So there's some logic to this argument, I could see. And when you look at, if you went to Wikipedia right now and you looked up anti-aging medicine, you'd find that there are 26,000 board-certified specialists, and one of them is my good friend Jim Coppin, who's a doctor here in Vancouver. And if he's written, by the way, a great article, he wrote actually 5 years ago, but it's still on our website, on anti-aging medicine and various strategies, and they've changed dramatically in the 5 years since he's done this. But there's also a website at the bottom that is called Longevity and Anti-Aging Secrets. If you want to find an anti-aging practitioner in the Lower Mainland, if you go to this website, you'll find out who's actually doing this and which ones are actually board certified. So these two guys here, Clance and Goldman, they predict that by 2049, they think because of anti-aging, the average life expectancy will be 125. So that's like a huge leap from the numbers that, say, Patty or I would get, say, from insurance companies. So that's okay. I'm buying into this for obvious reasons. And the reason is, this is how old I'll be when I shoot my age in golf. I have scientifically calculated this. If my handicap goes up 1 stroke every 2 years, when I'm 108, I'm shooting my score. You're all invited. Okay, no more than 2 or 3 mulligans, I promise. But I'll get there. Yeah. Okay, quiet. Okay, so what are the other things that affect anti-aging? Well, all of these factors combined, these guys believe, would add potentially 60 years to life. The one that bothers me the most, and Claire knows this, is the caloric restriction one. Because the idea of never having another Timbit is just really stressful. I think that would be quite hurtful for me. And so, but Dr. Jim said to me, he said, John, if you do all of the things that are here, this is what you're going to look like. You're going to look like Bob. Now, this is really, this is a real guy, right? So I showed this to Claire. She shook her head and said, look, if you didn't look like Bob when you were 17, why are you going to look like him when you're 80? I said, okay, fair enough. I didn't actually plan on going that way anyway. I was thinking more like this. I mean, he made it to 100 after all. I think somebody asked George Burns, the photographer, I think, who took the picture, he said, George, does your doctor know that you smoke cigars? He said, no, of course not. He's dead. So there are lots of things to make you believe, obviously, that life expectancy can increase dramatically. Exercise, fitness. I love the basketball picture. I mean, can you just imagine getting an elbow from her? And I had, my mom died quite a few years ago, but she actually died of an accident as opposed to, traditional old age. And she was known in our house as Nanny. One of the things, my mother was sort of like a female Peter Pan, which means basically she never grew up. And her philosophy can best be described as what's on this birthday card. If you haven't grown up by age 50, you don't have to. So, we've looked at a lot of things tonight that are, obviously challenging and troubling. But at the end of it, you organize your affairs, you do everything you can to stay healthy, and then you try to make sure you've got a plan in place, and you hope that you simply don't need it. But you're prepared for it if it's there. So I like this quote from Mark Twain. I used it in our last newsletter. He said, my life has been one catastrophe after another that never happened. And that's what I would hope for all of you.